Looks like they want to still go with this Nocturne Nico engage setup here. It is fantastic into Maokai because you can just simply ult over the Nature's Grasp and get backline access.
Yeah, you can also farm up pretty effectively against the Maokai in the early stages of the game. I kind of like that idea as well. And look, if you watch your opposition demolish you with a couple of picks, pick them yourself. See what happens. The Azir is going to come in once again.
Oh, the Jace top you mentioned. I mean, you need some sort of extra damage here, I think, in this composition. The Fiora isn't going to be it. The Renekton is going to be the middle ground here. And they're going to actually opt to the K'Sante. This pick I like the least, I think, of the ones that were hovered, just simply because you can circumvent it in almost every way. The Jax can just simply ignore it. The Nico isn't going to be bothered by it.
Faker gonna have to blast cone away. This is a bit awkward for the positioning of everyone right now. As there's a flash over from Carrier. They get Cuz into the pit. He's gonna flash away as well. There's a lot of things being used here. The puppy's getting upset. Oh, no, it feels great for Carrier. Yeah. You're absolutely right. Get that thing on cooldown as he does get taunted up just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it is going to feel really bad if you end up getting collapsed on or taking bad trades, because
level 2, pretty strong here. Is Carrier not quite there himself and aiming. Oh, and no mid lane is really going to be able to come over and help out in this particular moment. Owner at 50%. Level 3 to level 4.
And you mentioned this in the draft. Like, the Nocturne can just out-farm and out-push these camps, has great clear. And when you have Prio in lanes as well, Cuz could just do stuff like this.
He might even just move straight towards the Krugs. And yeah, the chickens are also coming on through here as there's the all-out from Zeus. But Cuz is in the area, and there he is. He flashes over, gets himself first blood on this Nocturne.
So there's a bit of a clock ticking here. I think T1 should feel comfortable holding on.
Faker just doing a fair bit of damage, but there is the Justice Punch. They try to lock this one down. Pop Blossom's only onto 2. Faker keeps himself alive. Carrier's getting relatively low, and now Bdd is in an awkward position. Keen gets on over and grabs the kill, though. Another all-out flies down, and Cuz is going to be dead. KT claimed position of this Rift Herald pit. And we'll see whether they'll be able to get any more here. Saplings are going to be thrown in as Keen going to get headbutted out. One of the values of this Alistar is Keen dives back in once again. Lehens is dead, and they're just keeping them at arm's length. Bdd can't lock anyone down.
Owner having a bit of a great time here with K'Sante.
Still, T1 do get relatively split up. Still, they're able to collect themselves this dragon very comfortably. Cushion as, all right, they're going to see whether they can grab an advantage here as the Paranoia comes in. Cuz tanks the entire culling. True Shot Barrage goes wide, and she's going to go golden. Okay, can they lock it down? Aiming does manage to get the kill as Cuz is looking to try and flash away. Lehens is pretty dangerous, but Zeus is moving in as well, and there's another kill. So congratulations, KT. You managed to kill Gumayushi, but you lost 3 in the process.
Oh, Guma played that so well. Cuz goes down too.
Well, now Faker is going to deliver Keen to his team. Let's see whether they can take him down. The Counter-Strike is a fair bit of value as Carrier is tanking up this turret. He tries to turn it with that last turret shot, but it's not going to work out. True Shot Barrage flying up, wants to try and find the cow, but it's not going to get there.
And it's going to look like it's going the way of T1 here. They have the faster group up. Keen isn't here.
Yeah, and Owner is now going to just come over and grab control of this Rift Herald. Cuz is over the wall as there's the Nature's Grasp. They get the reset. As now T1 looking for an opportunity.
Bdd just doesn't have great access to this fight. Zeus is zoning them out.
Lehens doesn't even have his ultimate. There's the Paranoia as KT want to try and stop T1 from being able to secure this eye, but Zeus can be able to move over and collect that if you would like to. Yeah, Emperor's Divide going to push Keen underneath this turret as well. I don't think that there was turret aggro, so I'm not sure about the stopwatch, but yeah.
Sometimes you
just want to break it as Carrier is jumping on over. There is no turret here, mind you. And so Keen deciding that he's going to need to try and turn this. There's a Paranoia as Keen moving towards this Sun Disc, and they realize that there's no Nocturne coming because he just wasn't in range. They tried to fake it out, and Keen now going to press that Counter-Strike button. Looks for a bit of a stun, but I mean, he was always going to die. Does have a teleport available, but it's going to be very, very late, and he's quite far away as Aiming's trying to kite them as best he can. Nature's Grasp comes in. That's the Baron going to T1. Can they get out of here is the question. There's a flash Pop Blossom onto 2, but they're two pretty tanky boys as Zeus pulls Aiming out of this fight. He's going all out, and Aiming is trying to get this kill, but he's not even going to be able to. And Bdd dies to Faker in the process. Cuz is flashing in, but it looks like it's out of frustration. I think Carrier might die, but it takes them a while to even do that.
Well, man.
Ona will come from behind the turret, and Keen is just being bullied. Cuz going to move in. There's the Nature's Grasp, as Counter-Strike's pretty powerful as it turns out. So Carrier, he's going to go in as well. This inner turret not long for the world.
Some consider them as underdogs. I didn't really consider them underdogs against D+, but in this series, they massively were. Is Pop Blossom?
Yeah, going to land on the Faker, but otherwise, Bdd is just dead.
He's just dead. To engage, and from this far behind, Bdd has been less than invisible. He's trying to be invisible here as a ward. Big green eye on the map, but I think the eye is only seeing KT's 5,000 gold deficit.
I love it. It's absolutely fantastic. He's now going to relocate, look for an opportunity. He's going to be spotted on himself.
This is what he has to do to try to hope for an engage. Like, he's basically just furthering my point.
That would have been very, very sad if T1 had have just sort of walked up there and killed him as, okay, we're warding over here instead. Okay, fair enough.
This is a feast or famine type situation for whatever team falls behind is famining.
Well, True Shot Barrage is going to discover that this Baron is being taken. Bdd going to get a bit of a snare onto Zeus. As Cuz dives in, he'll deliver a gargoyle as well, as Keen wants to find a counter-strike. They get into the backline as Faker takes a fair bit of damage. He then dives forward. Gumayusi gets a double, and KT are too busy trying to deal with Zeus to be able to do anything about it. And Zeus might die. No, he's not. He's absolutely fine. Keen's going to be able to take down Faker, but not before getting a good old patented thumbs up. And T1 back on the Baron now, Aiming, trying to get to work. Misses a whole bunch of Qs.
way.
And if Zeus just comes over and kills him, that would be so very sad.
Oh my god.
He's going to do it.
Oh,
going to help out.
Oh man, I don't know if you recover from this, KT. I don't know if you're coming back. You got absolutely dunked on in Game 2 and in Game 3. The same is happening, but it's been more finesse from T1, not just an early lead with a Rumble taking a 2,000 gold lead at 8 minutes. T1 just absolutely dumpstering them here a little bit, I have to say, and this is not close. It's not close at all.
Well, it's not. There is still more to play for after this, but this is looking like T1 are turning this series on its head. A lot of low health bars, though, as T1 do get out of here. Sentinel going to turn up. There's the paranoia. Bdd looking for that angle if he can find it. As there he goes, headbutt just to get rid of him. Carrier's going to go golden, and Taunt does come through onto Zeus, but he's so tanky. And the wallets are starting to really get heavy in this one. Ona dives forward. Oh my goodness, a passive getting him all of his health back. And
the road was paved with a weak win from T1 yesterday over D+ with having rocky early games, but the early games in games 2 and 3 were anything but, as Cuz is just trying to buy space for a Lehens ult here so they can get Keen and Bdd in here. Zeus, by the way, who's really the main character of this fight.
Yeah.
A level up on Bdd keeps him at bay. 1v2's aiming. Like, let's pan over to the real hero here, who actually then kills the Nico, and yes, Faker does go down here. Consolation prize, kills the Nico, and then Carrier baits aiming back in, and he actually makes the play here and kills the Ezreal with all of these big Baron buffed minions here in the way. There is nothing aiming can do. Now Zeus is 2 levels up on him. And then yes, he does get picked off here by a really heavy commitment from KT to try to get into this backline with the low health bars. Bdd respawns, comes over, but doesn't have flash, mind you. Great stopwatch here from Carrier. And Bdd again, just coming up empty, unfortunately, on this Nico because his team is too far behind.
I swear, Carrier is just ridiculously good when he's in form. The replays is we've got a big old flanking teleport here from Keen. One last ditch effort here for KT as they look to defend their last remaining Nexus turret. Keen's walking in. They're looking to get on top of Gumayusi as the Emperor's Divide is fantastic. That's going to keep them away from the President. Land's going to be taken down here as, once again, Carrier playing bouncer. Zeus doing the same thing. The Q3 is going to be fantastic. Faker picking up a bunch of kills. And yeah, Keen, you've got a really cool counter-strike, but I don't think it's going to be saving this game, aiming back onto the fountain. Gumayushi going to lock down that kill, and T1 will dominate KT in game number 3. Game 1, not close. Game 2, even not closer, but on the side of T1. And game 3 looks like the snowball is well and truly rolling down the hill.
천천히.
불 껐다.
천천히 봐. 손가락에서.
니꺼 밀었어.
오케이, 앞라인부터.
정면 좋아, 많이 좋아.
앞라인 봐줘, 앞라인.
해봐.
갈려
니꺼보다.
갈려 잡았고.
이제 나봐줘.
갈려 질렀고. 니꺼. 잭스. 형들?
탈진 걸어.
탈진 좋다.
너플이야.
잭스.
잭스 잡아야 돼.
저렸고.
맞다.
야, 살려줘.
부시안 맞잖아 이거. 부시안 잘잖아 이거. 좋잖아. 잘했어.
좋다. 나이스.
방심하지 말자.